Hey guys, it's Nelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have this makeup look for you guys, and I know I say this about every single one of my videos, if not every other video that I film, but I am obsessed with the way that this look turned out. This is probably by far one of my favorite looks I have filmed in a very long time because I love how universal it is, how simple it is, but it still has that nice cat eye sexy shape that everybody loves. It makes your eyes look nice and long and exotic looking, and it's so easy to do. And again, this is one of those looks that's really universal. You can definitely customize it. You can do so many different things. You can change out the lips, you can make the wing shorter, longer, thicker, thinner. You can do so many different things with this eye look. So I'm really excited to teach you guys how to create the look. So I'm gonna shut up now and let you guys enjoy this makeup tutorial. So I am starting off with my eyebrows done and my eyelids prepped and ready to go. I am going to be working off the e.l.f. Rose Gold Sunset palette. I'm gonna start off with this pinky shade right here. I'm going to apply that all over my crease area. So I used a new concealer to prime my eyelids, and I don't think I like it. It's making my eyelids look just a tad bit dry, and it's going on a little patchy. See, like right here, and this eye doesn't have that problem, but in this eye there's like a little patch right there. I'm gonna go back into that e.l.f. palette, and I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's a nice warm toned shade, so I'm gonna take that shade. I'm going to start putting this in the crease area, so right in the socket of the eye, so right in here, from inner corner all the way to the outer corner, and hopefully we can kind of hide that patch that we have there. So I'm just going to blend that in. I'm going to go back in with that previous blending brush and a little bit more of that pinky shade and just apply this to the brow bone just to re-blend everything, and so that everything is nice and blended. I'm going to take this shade right here, which is a little bit darker than these two previous shades, and I am going to concentrate that color in the outer corner. So right in here, I'm going to concentrate that color. Wow, that is very, very pigmented, which I'm pretty happy with because some e.l.f. products, it's kind of like a hit or a miss. So I'm pretty happy that that is nice and pigmented. So I'm just going to buff that in the outer corner, and I'm going to bring that in slightly, but not all the way. I'm going to go back in with that previous brush and that pinky shade again. So I'm just going to blend out that outer edge. Just going to buff that all over just so that everything is nice and blended. I'm going to go ahead and take this gold shade right here, and I am going to apply this to my brow bone as my brow bone highlight. So right in here. I'm going to go into the Manny MUA Life's Drag palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here, which is called Signing. I'm taking it because this shade here is just a little bit too dark for the next step that I'm going to do. So pretty much I'm going to take that shade, and I am just going to apply this all over my entire lid area, and this is going to be our lid color. And I'm actually going to go into the shade Cake Face, which is the white shade. And I'm actually going to apply this on top of where we applied that shade, just to kind of lighten it up a little bit. See how it just lightened it up? I'm going to be taking a flat definer brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Shady, which is the black shade. And we are going to create kind of like a wing liner with this shadow. So I am going to start right here in the outer corner. I'm going to create my wing. By the way, I did put some contacts in. I always forget to put them on until later, and I decided to go ahead and put them on now, because if I wait till later, my eyes usually cry. So I took a makeup wipe and I just kind of cleaned up the outer edges of that liner, because I had made the line just a little bit too long and I wanted it to be a little bit shorter. So I just cleaned that up just a bit. Let's go ahead and work on the skin, and then we'll come back to finish the rest of the eyes in just a second. I'm going to start off by priming the skin, and I am using the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, and I am just going to apply this all over my skin to get it nice and ready for foundation. I'm going to go ahead and take this new e.l.f. Natural Glow Lotion, and I am going to apply this on the tops of the cheekbones, down the middle, and on the chin, just on the areas where I want to be a little bit glowier. And then I'm just gonna take my finger and just buff that in. I'm gonna take it a step further, and I'm also gonna use their new Power Glow highlighter. Never used this before, and by the way, this video is not sponsored by e.l.f. They just sent me this and I wanted to give it a try, and this is what it looks like. It looks a little intense. That's okay. So I'm just gonna apply that on the areas where we applied. Ooh, oh, that's pretty. That's actually very pretty. Okay, but I think I applied a little bit too much. I'm just going to buff that in with a brush, because I think I applied a little bit too much of this. Wow, so this is like glitter. Oh boy. Okay, so I think I applied a little bit too much, but it does give like a really pretty, can you see that? I don't know if you can see, but it gives the skin like a really pretty glow. So we're going to be moving on to foundation. Today I'm going to be using the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I haven't used this foundation in such a long time, and I really want to go for like a super glowy, I'm like shaking both my hands. I really want to go for like a super glowy look. I'm only going to be applying the foundation to the outer perimeter of my skin, and then for the inner portion I'm going to go in with concealer. I saw Makeup by Ariel do this, and I was like, his work is so flawless, so I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna get that foundation, and I'm just going to place it in the outer portions of my face, and we're gonna leave the T-zone area bare. And then I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Blender and just kind of blend that in to make sure that there is no harsh edges. Now for the concealer in the center of our skin, I'm going to go in with the Kevyn Aucoin Super Natural Concealer in SX05. I'm going to take a concealer brush, and I'm just going to apply this right in here, wherever you didn't apply that foundation. I'm going to buff that in using the foundation brush that we previously used as well, just so that everything kind of matches in shade. I'm gonna go back in with the Beauty Blender, and I'm just gonna blend all that in just to make everything nice and smooth. Now we're gonna go ahead and highlight, and I am taking the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard to highlight, to apply this right here under the eyes. I'm gonna also put a little bit right here on the chin. I'm going to put some by the nose and on the middle of the forehead and down the bridge of the nose. And then this time I'm going to go in with my beauty sponge and just kind of blend that into the skin. So now we're going to set everything into place. I'm going in with the Hourglass Veil powder. I'm going to take some of that. And I'm also going to apply a little bit on the side of my nose. I'm going to apply a little bit on the center of the nose. And I'm actually going to apply some right here on the hollows of the cheek. We're going to bronze / contour a little bit. I'm going in with the Kevyn Aucoin. This is the contouring book, I believe. And I'm going to take this shade right here. and I am going to use this as my contour. So I'm going to put it right here in the middle of where we baked. And I'm also going to apply some right here up in the forehead. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the eyes and just finish them off before we finish the face. I'm gonna go into this shade and I'm gonna use that in the lower lash line, and I'm really going to smoke that out. Then I'm gonna go in with the darker brown that's in the palette, this shade right here. And I am going to place this a little bit closer in the lower lashes. I'm gonna go back in with the black shadow we used on the top lash line, and I am only going to focus this in the outer corner of the eye. So I'm gonna be connecting the wing that we applied. So I'm going to connect the wing to my lower lash line, but I am not gonna bring it in towards the middle of the eye. I'm gonna stop it right there. If you go ahead and get a little bit of black where you didn't mean to get a little bit of black, just go in with a beauty sponge that has an angle and just stamp it right where you want to clean it up. So I kind of messed up right there, so I'm just gonna stamp it right there, and then it's just gonna clean it up when you wipe it off. I'm gonna take that Buxom black liner, and I'm only going to line the waterline where we applied that black shadow. Again, don't take this all the way in. You just want to apply it to the outer part of the eye wherever you applied that black shadow. So now I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off that baking that we have. So I'm just gonna wipe all of that off. I'm gonna go in with a beauty blender, and at this point my beauty blender is kind of dry. It's not really wet, and I'm just going to go over everything just to kind of make sure that everything just kind of sinks into the skin, and it doesn't really move anything. It just makes everything look a little bit more airbrushed. So I'm just going to pat that all over the skin. Before we go in with blush, I'm going to go ahead and highlight the skin. I am using the Pixie Glowy Gossamer Duo in subtle sunrise. Oh, I can't speak. In subtle sunrise, and I'm going to go in with the fan brush, and I'm going to pick this champagne shade. It's so pretty. Like, look at that pigment. It's stunning. So I'm going to take some of that with a fan brush. I'm going to apply this right here on the tops of the cheeks. That is so pretty. Right here. I think I just found my new favorite highlight. And then I'm going to take my finger and apply a little bit on the tip of the nose. That is stunning. And down the bridge of the nose. So moving on to blush, I'm going to go in with Ofra's blush, and this is in the shade Mai Tai, another favorite blush of mine. So I'm going to take a little bit of this, like very little, and I'm only going to apply it right here to the apple of the cheek. So I'm going to go ahead and do a coat of mascara. I am using the CoverGirl Peacock Flare Mascara, and I'm going to apply a coat to my top and bottom lashes. For this look, I'm going to be applying lashes, and I'm going in with the Baddington lashes just because they're very natural looking lashes, and I don't want anything that's going to cover that wing liner that we created. So I'm going to really quickly just pop these on. There is one lash on. So the lashes are on. The only thing left to do is lips. For lips, I'm going to go in with MAC Spice Lip Liner. I am going to line and fill in my whole entire lip with this pencil. And then I'm gonna go in with MAC Peach Stock and apply that in the center. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Buxom Gloss in Selena. It's a really pretty pearlescent gloss. And I am only going to apply this to the center of the lip. So the only thing that we have left to do is to set everything into place, and I am using the e.l.f. Active Post-Workout Cool Down Mist. It's technically for when you finish working out, but I love it just to set everything into place. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this all over my face. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. This is what we are left with. I love the way that it turned out. I love how universal this look is. I feel like cat eyes never go out of style. They're always so popular, and it's for a reason, because I don't know, they just look so pretty and I'm obsessed. I am just obsessed. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you go. And also let me know in the comments, what do you want to see from my channel? Do you want to see more makeup tutorials? Do you want to see more reviews? Let me know in the comments. So that is everything that I have for you guys today. I love you, and I'll see you very soon with a new video. Mwah.